Welcome back. This is episode 8. With Yeol falsely accused of cheating and Sua's lies starting to unravel, can Yondu and Ha-jun uncover the truth before it's too late? And how will Yeol navigate the growing rift with his father? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update. Now, let's dive back into the drama. Sua rushes to the third-floor corridor, her gaze fixated on the security camera. Fear grips her as she imagines Yondu uncovering her role in framing Yeol. Back in the dorm, she silently watches Yondu for a moment, her anxiety mounting, before retreating to her corner. Meanwhile, Yondu receives a video message from Hyo-shik. The clip of her and Yeol comes with a teasing caption, "For Kang Yondu, drowning in loneliness since her Mr. left." Laughing, she watches the video but suddenly notices something crucial. Her excitement bursts forth as she realizes it's the evidence to prove Yeol's innocence. Across the room, Sua stiffens in alarm. Yondu and Ha-jun meet up eagerly. She shows him the video, pointing out the time-stamped moment where Teacher Im places the USB on the counter at 12:58, nearly an hour after Yeol was seen in the staff room. Therefore, Kim Yeol didn't steal the USB. Yondu declares triumphantly, snapping her fingers. She offers Ha-jun a celebratory low five, giggling when he hesitantly joins in. Ha-jun suggests calling Yeol immediately, but Yondu insists good news is better delivered in person. They make plans to visit him later that night. When Yondu sneaks out to meet Ha-jun, she spots a teacher still awake in the lounge. She rushes to warn Ha-jun, but in their hurry he stumbles. The teacher's movements force them to hide, and Yondu fusses quietly over Ha-jun's scraped hand. Just as they breathe a sigh of relief, the teacher towers over them. Busted. Back at home, Yeol receives a picture from Yondu, her and Ha-jun punished for their escapade. He laughs quietly but can't help feeling a twinge of jealousy at their shared experience. The next day, Yondu chats with him over the phone, filling him in on their discovery. When she assures him that he'll be cleared soon, Yeol thanks her, not just for her belief in him as a top student, but for trusting him as a person. The following day, Yeol faces the principal, along with teachers Im, Yang, and instructor Nam. Presenting the video evidence, Yeol outlines the timeline with his characteristic precision. Teacher Im argues that Yeol could have taken the USB after the video, but Yeol counters, after 12:58, Im's bag was in the classroom, under observation until 1:50. Furthermore, Yeol's alibi from 1:50 onward is corroborated by instructor Nam and the cheerleading team. When the principal questions how the USB ended up in Yeol's bag, he silently slips his watch into Teacher Im's pocket and asks, "Does that make me a thief?" The room falls silent as understanding dawns. Confidently, Yeol asks if he can now return to school. Outside the principal's office, Yondu anxiously chats with Ha-jun. He teases her for worrying so much about someone else's problem, but she dismisses his tough words, calling him a softie at heart. She playfully taps his chest, encouraging him to get in touch with his true feelings. Vindicated, Yeol strides through the corridors, the students buzzing around him with apologies and hollow declarations of concern. Teacher Yang addresses the class, confirming Yeol's innocence and the school's intention to find the true culprit. He offers a heartfelt message to any wrongdoer. When you've gone down the wrong path, all you need to do is turn back. If you gather the courage, I'll be there to help. His words strike a chord with Sua, who sits torn between fear and the glimmer of hope. On the rooftop, Yeol, Ha-jun, and Yondu celebrate with Coke toasts. Just as Yeol is about to pop his can open, he glances mischievously at Yondu and starts shaking it vigorously. The sight instantly takes Yondu back to the first episode, when he tricked her and their not kiss. Panicking, she bolts and hides behind Ha-jun, who laughs, shielding her. Yeol demands revenge and calls Ha-jun a traitor, challenging him to pick sides. Of course, Ha-jun picks Yondu, but Yeol laughs, still believing she's stronger than both of them combined. Sua overhears the students discussing Yeol's makeup test for the missed midterm. Concerned, she calls Director Lee, who meets with Sua's mom. Mom is upset about Sua's rank being threatened, but Director Lee reassures her that a makeup test is unlikely, as the results are already out and the other parents wouldn't approve. Principal Choi tells Yeol he won't be allowed a resit, but offers to omit the midterm scores from his final grade. Yeol rejects this, insisting the only fair solution is a resit, which Choi denies firmly. Yeol's dad arrives at the school with lawyers in tow, demanding action. Choi, caught off guard, tries to make excuses, which Yeol's dad easily agrees with. However, Choi says that Yeol is likely to regain his rank even without a makeup test. Yeol's dad is adamant that the issue isn't the grades, but the wrong done to his son. He demands the school arrange a resit. When Choi still refuses, his lawyers step in, proposing compensation for the unfair suspension and suing for defamation. Later, Yeol faces his dad, who offers a rare apology, admitting, "I should have said this first, I believe you." Yeol almost looks back but swallows his emotions and walks away. Yeol's dad then meets Yondu's mom, admitting that apologizing to Yeol was tougher than meeting the president. Yondu's mom offers him reassurance, telling him that 3 simple words, sorry, thank you, and I love you, are enough for a child to grow. He also brings up a proposal, promising to be a good father to her daughter. She promises to think about it. Hyo-shik brings the news of the lawyer's involvement to the clubroom, where Sua overhears. In the staff room, phones are ringing off the hook with angry parents, and Principal Choi is having a meltdown. She demands Teacher Im take responsibility and stop Yeol from causing more trouble. Sua is left alone in the clubroom when Yeol approaches her casually. He asks her how it feels to be number 1, and she replies, equally nonchalant, that it's been a noisy time, especially with all the drama over his resit. Yeol, smiling slyly, asks if she's worried about it. Later, Yondu finds Yeol and commends him for his revenge. He confidently brags about his amazing perfection. Teacher Im patrols the halls and gives Yeol a disdainful look. Yeol, ever calm, tells him he'll be filing a formal complaint, enjoying Im's retreat as he walks away with a Cheshire cat grin. Yeol invites the club for fried chicken, and though the boys hesitate, they join in. Teacher Im bursts in, but Yeol casually leans back in his chair, and Im immediately retreats. A flashback shows Yeol telling Im that the misunderstanding could be cleared up if Im stopped giving his friends unfair penalty points. Yeol then asks Principal Choi for a favor, to renew Teacher Yang's contract. In exchange, Yeol promises to drop his demands for a resit and the lawsuit. Choi, surprised by Yeol's concern for someone other than Ha-jun, agrees to consider it. Sua opens her locker in the clubroom and finds a flash drive with a note, "The thing you're looking for." Inside the drive is the incriminating video. She quickly shuts her laptop as Jae-young and Na-yeon enter. Frantic, she demands to know who was just in the room. In a panic, she tries to destroy the video but is interrupted by Dong-jae. She snaps at him for always witnessing her worst moments. Unfazed, he suggests she come clean if it's so bad. She stares at him, then asks if he's been in the clubroom today. He admits he has. Meanwhile, Director Lee updates Soo-ah's mom, telling her that they've successfully blocked Yeol's resit. The conversation turns to how to smooth things over with the students, particularly after the sexual harassment incident. They still need to work together for the cheerleading competition. Instructor Nam and Teacher Yang express concern over the kids' performance, particularly Dong-jae's solo. With midterms behind them, Nam suggests a camping trip for more practice. To their surprise, Principal Choi agrees immediately, and Teacher Yang questions her motives. The shock intensifies when they learn Soo-ah's mom is covering all the expenses. Teacher Im smugly figures it out. Soo-ah's mom is trying to absolve herself for the false accusations against Yang. Choi shoots him a glance, clearly annoyed. As the team prepares for their camping trip, Yondu, as captain, gets ready early in the morning. Dong-jae unexpectedly shows up, surprising her. She realizes that they haven't spent much time together lately and pouts an apology, but Dong-jae pouts back. Laughing, he hands her a bottle of strawberry milk, and she sighs happily, claiming it's the best she's ever had. They head off with Teacher Yang as the rest of the team bursts with excitement. The mood is dampened briefly when Teacher Im joins the group, immediately criticizing their makeup and dyed hair. Yeol intervenes, and Teacher Im reluctantly backs off, much to everyone's relief. Yeol is a bit put out when he realizes Yondu has already moved ahead, and with the strawberry milk no less. Ha-jun, however, seems unfazed. Once they arrive at the campsite, Teacher Yang announces that the trip's concept is to go analog and enjoy nature, meaning they have to hand over their phones, which causes a chorus of complaints. He sends them off to enjoy the outdoors. Most of the group gathers for snacks, casually speculating about who might have framed Yeol. Jae-young notes that everyone's standing seems to improve now that Yeol is gone. Soo-ah, sitting apart from the others, watches them quietly. She begins to suspect Hyo-shik might have sent the video to Yondu, and from there, starts doubting everyone around her, including Dong-jae and Yeol. She's clearly driving herself mad with suspicion. Returning to her tent, she brushes past Yondu on her way out, a bit lost in thought. Inside her bag, Suah finds a new pink note that reads, "Deadline. She has until tonight's campfire to confess." Alarmed, she now suspects Yondu as the note leaver and rushes off to find her. Meanwhile, Yol helps Yondu organize the campsite, teasing her for being a pro at this captain thing. Yondu agrees, claiming she's like her dad in that way. It's the first time she's mentioned him, and Yondu admits that she doesn't talk about him often, but it feels nice to do so sometimes. Yol mentions that he barely sees his parents, and Yondu smiles warmly, praising him for growing up well despite their absence. Yol tries to duck her affectionate head pat, but they both laugh together. Hyo-shik arrives to find them goofing off, and Yol gives him a lighthearted reprimand. Teacher Yang soon catches them slacking and orders the boys to fetch firewood. Yondu is sent to get more drinks, with the warning that the local shop closes early. Just before she leaves with the groundskeeper, Suah appears and invites herself along, claiming she needs something. Yondu scowls but agrees, and they head to the shop together. While Yondu shops, Suah notices a pad of pink sticky notes in Yondu's bag, the same as the notes she's been receiving. A hard look crosses Suah's face as she contemplates the connection. After shopping, Yondu heads to the bathroom, asking Suah to carry the drinks to the car. However, Suah surprises her by agreeing, even offering to take her bag. This unexpected gesture makes Yondu uneasy. Suah then hurries into the car, telling the driver to head off without Yondu, claiming she's waiting for another teacher. By the time Yondu returns, there's no sign of them, and the shop has closed. Realizing her phone is with Teacher Yang, she starts to panic. Back at the campsite, Yol hears from Dami that Yondu went on an errand. The girls notice Suah's arrival, and she claims she was just taking a walk. But the look she casts at Yol makes her escape seem a little too quick. Ha-jun, concerned, roams the camp looking for Yondu and learns from Dong-jae that she went with the groundskeeper. In her tent, Suah opens her bag and finds another note. Running away doesn't solve anything. You have half an hour left. She realizes in alarm that the note leaver can't have been Yondu. As the barbecue starts, Yol and Ha-jun approach Teacher Yang to inform him that Yondu is still missing. Teacher Yang dashes off with the boys, leaving Teacher I am in charge. Yondu, meanwhile, walks alone in the dark, frightened and tripping on the rough terrain. She scrapes her knee and slumps down, tears welling up. Teacher Yang and the boys find the groundskeeper's office locked. Ha-jun hops on a bike to search the area. With no cell signal, Yol and Teacher Yang break into the office to use the phone. Yol calls the groundskeeper, and whatever he hears makes him charge back, with Teacher Yang following behind. Yol spots Suah stumbling around in shock and, in a fit of quiet rage, demands to know where Yondu is. Suah's feigned ignorance only fuels his anger, and he shakes her, shouting for her to tell him. Ha-jun, meanwhile, is racing down the empty road when he suddenly jumps off the bike and starts running. He's found Yondu. Tear-streaked and bloodied, Yondu breaks down at the sight of Ha-jun. She collapses into his arms, sobbing, and Ha-jun holds her tight, offering comfort. That's it for today's recap. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. That's it for today's recap. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button to stay updated on all the latest recaps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.